I'm Jackie Rabbit. I'd like to talk to you today about new relationships, new friendships, and the pathway that we go on, finding new people in our lives through the course of transition. It's impossible not to meet new people on this journey, so I want to talk about what that's like and what to look for. It's great to have new friends, so let's talk about it. Remember, give me a thumbs up on this video and go subscribe and click the bell so that you know when I'm posting a new video, you get it right away. Come with me, let's talk about all the new people that you're going to meet on the course of transition. Come along, let's talk about it. On the course of transition, we are going to meet new people. Probably people a lot like us. Some people are very different from us. Some people are just like us, and we're all on that same pathway. Whether you met somebody at group or a friend that now will talk to you who previously didn't tell you anything because they were closeted. There are so many different people that come out and make friends with us. Even people that we might have known in the past who didn't really like us the way that we were, to be honest. That's happened to me. And then once they found out that I'm Jackie and that Jackie is quite different than what the envisioned idea of that person was, now they're my friends. And it's a new experience. So going along the course of transition, one of the things that happens to some people, and this did happen to me, is the loss of friends and family. And it's very sad when it happens. And the only thing that we can talk about is not giving up on them, giving them time, trying not to overload them with our story of transition to convince them, but just be there, be kind, give them time and be patient. Let them see the best of you. Let them see the good person you are. With time, hopefully, you'll regain some of those. And if you're really, really lucky, you won't lose any at all. And some people don't. So, new friends. One of the most common things that trans women find new friends when they go is group. If you have a local LGBT center and there's a trans women support group or a trans support group and you go, you're probably going to meet some new people and make some new friends. I know that's the case for me, and I really enjoy the friends that I have there. I also made new friends inside my current sphere of influence, and that'll probably happen with you as well. I know I belonged to a little bitty car club, and I was just somebody else in the club and shared my knowledge and drove my little car around with the group and had a good time and had some fun. What I did notice after coming out was that, number one, the group was really awesome, and they were totally fine with my transition. They didn't have any problems, even though it was awkward at first, and they were very kind and very nice to me. I also found that I became part of the girls' club. So I get invited to the girl things, and I get to go to do girls' night. And that's become something that I really look forward to. It's super interesting to go from one perspective to another inside the same sphere of influence, the same group of friends. And then I met other people who didn't particularly care for him, but really liked Jackie. And so now we're really good friends. And that's a mind blower. So going forward and meeting new people and making new friends is going to be very important in your process, because it's also part of the support that you're going to need through this process. You're going to want a therapist, and you're going to want to make sure that you have support either through a group or a forum like transgenderpulse.com, or friends or family that you have in place that are staying with you and transitioning along the way with you. That's an important thing to do. So we all have to do our best to realize that initially, if we seem to lose everything, it's not all gone. It's going to get better, and we have to keep moving one day at a time. And if you keep moving one day at a time, things will just resolve. And it's not always going to be a perfect situation, but it's how you handle it and move along with it that matters. I just made a new friend recently who doesn't talk, doesn't stand upright. And I'll show you a picture of my friend too. I have permission. I asked, and through the silent agreement, I was told I could share the picture with you. So, living out here in the woods, as a rabbit should, they're little critters, and I have a fondness for them. And I live with some friends out in the woods, and I've noticed there was a little stray cat, and it kept greeting me every morning. It would be under a car somewhere, and it would come out and look at me from 20 feet away. And I would talk to it, and so every morning that became a routine. Now, this has been going on for like over a year. So I decided, this poor little kitty, you know, out here where there are predators, and I'm worried about the little kitty, you know, so I live on the second floor, and I have a deck that's protected next to the roof, and the cat, I've noticed, could get on top of the roof. And I thought, oh, well, that's a protected area where nothing could get to her. So I put out 2 little bowls, one for water and one for cat food. And she's realized it's there. And now over the course of time, she's waiting for me at the sliding glass door every single morning and every single evening when I come home. And she's gotten closer and closer and closer to that glass to see me. So, and I want to show you a picture. Here she is eating from her little bowl outside on the deck. Her name's Annie. So here's Annie. Take a look at her. Isn't she cute? She's like a little brown, yellow tabby kind of thing, and she's really nice. She's really sweet. She's very quiet, and I think she's adorable. But I know from experience with feral animals, I'm not positive she's feral. She may have been somebody's little kitty who got out. I really don't know. She doesn't seem a 100% feral kitty. So she just may have been out for a long time. So anyway, this morning, I got ready and I was going to take my garbage out. I was going to go down the stairs, and I saw her sitting at the bottom of the stairs, and we'd already eaten our breakfast together. I get my little bowl of cereal and my cup of coffee, and I sit on one side of the glass door while she eats hers. And sometimes I actually do that with the door open for dinner while I eat my salad. And she'll eat, you know, a few feet from me, and we'll talk a little. And she's gotten used to me over time. So today I had the door open, and I realized, let me go get the bag of garbage. And I sat down when I realized I saw in my laptop screen around the edge of the door she was coming up the stairs, and I thought, well, she should come and investigate it. Come take a look. And I've asked her to come in and go through the sliding glass door, but she doesn't want to. So I just sat down at my little table, and I just waited. And sure enough, she came inside. She sniffed around, and she looked here, and she looked there, and she walked around my bed, and then she walked over to the little kitchenette, and she looked up at me and was like, oh, you're here. And she decided, well, I'll leave then. But it was really funny, and she actually came in today. And that was like the highlight of my morning. I just wanted to share it with you. So Annie came in this morning, my little outside cat, I guess. And it's actually really neat to have a little furry friend. I miss having a little furry friend. I used to have a dachshund. His name was Harley Davidson, and he was a kick. I loved him. He was like 12 pounds of just goofiness, and I loved him to death. I used to take him everywhere with me. I loved him. I'd take him to work, take him for rides in the car, take him everywhere. I just loved that dog. He was like 19, and finally he did pass away. And he was so much fun, and I miss him a lot. And it's a lot of fun for me to have this little furry friend that's kind of coming by. I wish I had bandwidth in my life to have a pet. But I'm doing a lot of things, and going to school, and doing a lot of work, and surgery schedules, and everything. So actually this works really well for me. I'm caring for this other little, this little person, really, because I see animals as like an extension of personalities, and she's just sweet. Anyway, I rambled about the cat. That's an important thing to do too. Having little pets is something that we overlook quite often when we're looking for friendship. Um, and if you have a pet, my goodness, good for you. It's really a lovely thing to have one. Back to the topic, though. The meeting of people at group or through other trans-related activities did bring some people into my life that I otherwise would not have known. And they become very close to me. One in particular I spend a lot of time with, and I absolutely look forward to meeting this person every single day when I do have the opportunity. And that has actually replaced a member of my family, pretty much. Now, this is a family member at this point to me. And through the idea of chosen family, sometimes you might meet somebody who fits into your need or your want or your wish for having family. So don't rule out the idea of chosen family. And there may be, inside the people you already know, people who were not your friends before, who might be very happy to be the friends of who you are now. And that's an entirely good possibility. So don't discount that idea. Work forward towards it. And the number one thing I can tell you is simply be the best possible you that you can be. Do all the things you can to make you better than who you were. If you have the opportunity to work on and polish the personality that you had and bring forward the best components of that while shedding the ones you don't like, work as hard as you can to promote the bettering of yourself. Be the best you. This is a big journey. Use it to your advantage. Those are some of the things I wanted to talk about with you. And speaking of finding friends, there's a great place to go talk to people. Transgenderpulse.com is somewhere that I absolutely recommend you go find good friends there. If you sign up at transgenderpulse.com, tell them Jackie sent you. They do know me. And make sure that you're being the best you while you're there, and keep it really nice, because it is for all ages, and there are kids there too. So you want to make sure that whatever language you use or topics you use are appropriate. And there are fantastic people there. I have friends there who are like lifelong friends to me now, and they are very important to me. And I think that something as small as going and signing up on a forum brought me to know these people is amazing. So you should try that out too. You never know where life is going to lead you down this path. Take care of yourself, and remember, I care what's going on with you. I hear you when you say, I wish I had friends. I feel like I have no friends. Everyone's, kind of disappeared on me. Well, I hear you, and I want you to have friends too. So let's work on it together. Figure it out. I care that you have a good future going forward. I care that you make new friends and find the connections you need. It's important to me. Take care of yourself, and if you can, go help take care of somebody else right now. This is the time when we need to help others more than any other time I could think of. This is when you should check on folks. Call someone, make sure they're okay. See if somebody needs you to go bring them groceries. Your aunt's getting up in age. Does she need you to help out? Can you go to the grocery store for her? Maybe your grandmother, your mother, or your father. Those kind acts go a long way towards letting them know what a friend you are. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye. Sometimes at work, I'll talk to an old customer who doesn't realize I've transitioned. And they'll ask about him. Can he do my project? Oh, no, don't worry. I got it for you. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of anything you need. Oh, great. That's awesome. Yeah, he wasn't very good. He was kind of a jerk. Oh, really? Oh, tell me more.